Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mr. Hino with Mr. Hino's Math. Today's video, I'm going to show you how to do prime factorization with factor trees. It's going to be awesome. Stay with me.
Gonna get up again.
Okay, prime factorization is basically factoring out a number until all that's left are prime numbers. So every number is made up of prime numbers, and it's just a matter of factoring out the number to find out what those prime numbers are. So let's also now go and define the word prime number. A prime number is a number that only has two factors, one and itself. So for instance, 5 is a prime number because the only way to multiply to get 5 is itself and 1. So when we factor out a number, that's what we're going to do. We're going to prime factor out the number until all that's left are prime numbers. So let's go ahead and take a number like 36. And I'm going to do multiple examples just to show that it doesn't matter which factors we use, because 36 has lots of factors to make up the number, but we'll still get the same answer. So watch this. I'm going to go ahead and make my factor trees. So 9 times 4 equals 36. And what I'm going to do now is continue to factor out these numbers using factor trees, and I'll show you how prime factorization works. So to get 9, we would get 3 times 3. And when you get a prime number, go ahead and circle it so that way you know you're not going to factor out that number anymore. Because we can't factor out 3 anymore because we would get 3 times 1. So now we know we have prime numbers, the 3 and the 3. And then the same thing happens with the 4. 2 times 2 gives you 4. 2 is a prime number because the only way to get 2 is 2 times 1. So most teachers will have you take this answer now and start with the lowest number, which is 2. We have 2 of the 2's, so it's going to be written as 2 to the second power, or 2 squared, times, and we have 2 3's, so it's going to be 3 to the second power. And I know what you're saying, Machine, how do you know this answer is correct? Well, we'll just go ahead and multiply. 2 to the second power is 4. 3 to the second power is 9. And we're back to where we started again with 9 times 4. So the correct answer would be, for this problem, 2 to the second power times 3 to the second power. Some teachers will let you say 2 times 2 times 3 times 3, but most of them want you to put it in exponential form, which would be this right here. Now let me quickly just show you how this will work, and it doesn't matter which factors we use. Some of you are saying, hey, what about 12 times 3? You're correct. Those are factors of 36. 3 is already prime. We can get 12 by going 3 times 4. We'll circle this 3 here, and we get 2 times 2 equals 4. So we're left with the same answer that we did over here. So it was just showing you that it doesn't really matter. So we have 2 2's, 2 squared. We have 2 3's, so that's 3 squared. It doesn't matter which factors you use to factor out the number. We're always going to get the same answer in exponential form. So let's go ahead, and I hope you're getting this. You can throw me down a comment down in the comments section if you have any questions, but let's just try one more number before we quit today. Let's choose a big number. Let's choose a big number like 72. Let's make Mr. Hino work. Okay, so most of you, I think, right now are thinking 9 times 8, and you would be correct. Let's go ahead and factor out this 9. And like before, we got 3 times 3. And we're going to circle those 3's because they're prime. Let's go ahead and go to the 8. 2 times 4. We're going to circle this 2 because 2 is prime. And then how do we get 4 by multiplying? 2 times 2. Okay, so again, most teachers want you to start with the lowest number first And then you're just counting. 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 2s. And we have 2 3s. So the answer would be 2 to the third power times 3 to the second power. If you want to, again, check this answer, we can just go, okay, 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2, which would be 12. Sorry, my bad, that's 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2, what was I thinking? My bad, guys. So that's 8. And then 3 to the second power is 9. And that's funny because that's what the original factors were, 9 times 8. So that's how you would prime factor out 72. Okay, guys. So there you go. That's prime factorization. And then, most teachers want it written in exponent form. And that's how you would write it in exponent form. You're just counting up the numbers. You would just take the base number and write how many times you saw it as the exponent. Okay, guys, so there's prime factorization.